All right, so this grill specifically says 09 through 12. I'm pretty sure it probably fit up to the 18 because the way the headlight assembly is designed. And don't quote me on it, just look it up for yourself. But anyway, let's get off into the grill. Let's go ahead and open this guy up. And here we go, let's get the accessories out. We'll open this one up in a minute. And let's pull the grill out itself. All right. Looks very good so far. Looks like it has clips in the bottom as well. So just make sure you get everything out of the box. All right, so let's set this down. And let's gently get this grill out. So we can take a peek. All right. Got him out. Let's ease it on out. And it looks nice already. I've seen it, they sent me a picture of it and it looked amazing. So let's go ahead and get it out so I can show it to you guys. And just be careful not to damage anything. All right, so this would be the grill itself. Has your LED lights in the front. And you also have your wiring in the back. So you can also hook this up to your headlamp wiring, or you can hook it up to a standalone wiring switch. But yep, very, very nice grill. Actually, it's very, very beautiful. All right, so I'm gonna lean this back up against this wall. That way you can see in the video shot. And yeah, getting ready to set it up. So let me see what all I need to do, because it's a little different as far as the clamps and stuff, where they're gonna go. So let me be right back, show you what's happening. All right, so we have a box with all the accessories, and don't forget your clamps, okay? These go at the bottom of the grill when you slide it back into the vehicle. All right, let's go ahead and open this dude. It's a little cold out here. It's winter time, so I got on all my winter gear. So let's go ahead and open this dude up. Always work safe. Let's put the knife away. And let's get it open. All right, so it looks like it has brackets that you're gonna have to set up on the actual grill itself. That way it'll mount flush like it's supposed to. And you have your screws and everything as far as your mounting hardware. So let me figure out where this is gonna go. Like I said, it's different from your standard grill. It's an aftermarket upgrade. So yep, let's see what's happening, and I will start setting this up and showing you how to set it up, and let's get off into it. All right, so you have your grill there. All right, so from here, let's go ahead and set it up like we're going to install it. So let me spin this around this way, and we're going to lay it down. Now you have 8 screws. Actually, you have 12 screws, but let's go down and take a peek. All right, so you have your screws here. That'll be 4. That'll be 4 there. And this is how we're going to set it up. You got your brackets and everything. One of them says right and one of them says left. And you also can match it up. There's the right. Okay, the other one says left. So that way you can't mix them up. Okay, so from there, you're just going to scan around. Okay, scan around your grill. You got one here. This one's going to sit this way. May have had it upside down. There we go. That's that one. And it doesn't come with instructions, so it should be pretty much straightforward. These also have left and right on them. Okay. After those are set there, set these guys over here. Make sure our holes are matching correctly. There we go. So now our holes are matching correctly. It's my first time doing this. And you got your L and our R. Let's reverse this, flips over. Let's come over here. All right, so now we're matched up with all of our holes. All right, so from there, it comes with a pack of screws. And the 4 black are gonna go here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you have your other 8, which you're gonna have 4 over here and 4 over here. All right, so since I got that set up now, you also have your clamp clips. This bag here. I'm gonna pull these off and they just slide on. trying to be gentle. And they just clamp on right here. That's where they're going to lock. And this one snaps into the actual body. Same thing with this side. Let's pop it on up and off. All right, same thing with that side. So let me set back up on the tripod so I can start putting the screws in. All right, so all these screws are Phillips. So I got two different sizes just because one of the screws are smaller. So I have a small Phillips and I have a number 2 Phillips. So I believe this is a number 1, number 2, just in case. If not, you might just need the 1. All right, so I have my magnet tray. I'm gonna go ahead and put these in here and separate them and be right back. All right, so let's start getting these in. Set my magnet tray here. And let's start with screw number 1. And let's get this one. Keep it in the tray. All right. Screw number 1. And I usually get a couple of threads. That way we can even everything out. You don't want to tighten one before you tighten the other. So let's work our way around. And you definitely want to do this on the foam that it came in or a blanket or something so you don't scratch the grill. So I'm just going to work these in. Don't use a drill or anything so you don't crack it. All right, so we got 2 of those. Let's work our way around. Number 3. And let's just get them all set. That way we can continue tightening after everybody's still. We don't want anybody moving around. And my glove got stuck. All good. All right. That one's almost there. Okay. We'll tighten these all down at the end. Let's move over to the other side. Move this camera just a tinch. All right. Same thing with that side. We're going to do the same thing. Move over. Get these guys in. And just take your time. That's the main thing. Taking your time so you don't mess anything up. Let's get a couple of tightness, a couple of tight spots. All right, that one started. Let's get this glove out of there too. It's a little cold, so I'll put these on for extra layer of skin. Keep my hands a little warmer. But yeah, I'm going to incorporate mine into my daytime running lamps. That way the light will stay on all the time. All right, so now we got these 2 guys here. Let's check and see if we need to switch, which we don't. All right, let's go ahead and start these. And I'm going to tighten these all the way down. Just to make sure we're good. Let's see which ones are longer. And I might have the wrong ones in there. And if so, looks like I do. So let's back this one out and let's just check. Like I said, it doesn't come with instructions, but it's pretty straightforward. And we want these to lock in these holes. These might be the correct ones. I didn't have it set correctly all the way in. There we go. All right. So now let's tighten it down. There we go. Let's get one there. But yeah, it has a sleeve inside. You want to put your sleeve inside the holes here and make sure it sets correctly like that. And that one as well. But, yep, just scan around and make sure you're doing it correctly. And take your time. I'm going to tighten these all the way down. That's one. That's 2. All right, we got 2 more screws and then everybody's accounted for. So, scoot back a little bit. Come over here, get these 2 in. Be careful not to drop your screw, like me. Get our magnet tip back. And let's work it in. And let's get it to stay. There we go. Got one. And our remaining last screw. Let's get this one in here. All right. Let's go ahead and tighten these all the way down. Don't over tighten because you'll crack it. And just go until it stops. Double check both sides. And you want them just to lock. That one's good. And double check this one. And that one's good. All right, so I'm going to proceed on tightening all these in. Before I do so, let's go ahead and get our clamps ready. Open our bag here. Let me set up right here. All right. And it comes with two. You can put them either side, doesn't matter. Upside down or not. They're all the same all the way around. And let's slide it in here. Might be a little tight. Just work it in. And they're gonna go in on these clamp teeth here. That's what's gonna hold the plastic, and this part's gonna sit into the actual vehicle itself. And get it on there real good. So it's flush. Make sure this one is flush and not moving. All right, looks great. All right, so now that that's set up, let me tighten those down, and I'll bring the vehicle in so we can start the removal process on the old grill. Figured I'd show you after setting up correctly all your screws and how it's going to look all the way across. All right, so let's go ahead and get the vehicle in now. All right, so I got the truck in here. This will be the actual grill that I will be removing, the old factory style. So getting ready to remove this guy. First thing you're gonna have to do is pop your hood. So let's go ahead and cut the vehicle off and get to it. All right, so let's go ahead and get this hood up. I'm gonna be moving the camera around so I can help everybody see better. All right, got this guy up. All right, so now from there you got various clamps and clips. All right, let's go ahead and get you guys over here. And we're going to work our way around. You're going to need a trim removal tool to remove this. You have these pop clamps here. So let me get some lighting. We can have you guys see a little better. Hopefully no magnetism. All right, so there we go. Let's get our trim removal tool. You may or may not need one, but these sometimes you have to. And we'll pop these up. This is your grill, well, your cover for your AC condenser and your radiator. So give some pops, and you got two up here as well. And we're gonna move this out the way. Sometimes you might need a trim removal tool. All right, so we got this dude out the way. After so, you have 4 across, 10 millimeters. My grill is damaged. My clamps are cracked here, so I was able to put some epoxy on them, and I put some duct tape on them just to make sure the grill stayed correct. But let me get a magnet tray. And let's show you what's happening. All right. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. 3 and 4. And this dude here. All right, so on your 2 ends on this specific vehicle, you have a very coarse thread screw. Let's see if that's on camera, and a thin thread screw. So the coarse threads are going to go into the plastic on the sides. Your thin screws, as far as the grooves, are going to go in the middle here. All right, so we got these out the way. Now, from there, you're going to have to reach behind, and you're going to just work your hand down inside. Let me back up some. Try to get the best view possible. All right. So so that's pretty good. Let me come down a little bit. About there is good. All right, so you're gonna reach behind, and that's where those clamps are on the bottom. Okay, so let me bring you around so you can see the setup on the inside. Unmount this for a second, and let's get our light. All right, so your headlight is here. Look straight down. You got some clamps, you can't see them, but you just want to look at your grill, see where your sleeve spot is right there in the middle, and just kind of look around. All right, so after doing so, let's set back up. All right, so now that we're set up, you're going to reach your hand down inside, and you're going to gently pull it. You might have to tug it quite a bit. Might feel like it's breaking, but it's not. But get it down in there good. Or you can use a trim tool on the side over here and just tug. And they both came out. The clips are here. Same style right here on the bottom. Boom, boom, on both sides. One of them already flew out. Sometimes they'll stay in, and I'll show you that as well. So let's move that one to the side. Recently painted that grill because it was real ugly and scuffed up as far as the chrome, but it is what it is. So let's get to it. We're doing an upgrade today. So sometimes your clamps will stay in here and you'll have to pry them out. Okay, and that's pretty much how you remove the grill. So let's compare them and get ready to set up. I'm going to remove one of these headlights so I can incorporate it with the middle grill LEDs, so that way when the lights come on, that way the grill lights up. So yep, be right back. All right, so let's do a grill comparison versus old and new. I love the matte black look. I have a lot of matte black on my vehicle. So got the old guy here, and you see where my crack spots were where I put some tape on them. And then you have your new guy over here from AM Off-Road. All right, so we got those. Let me go ahead and disconnect this headlight. This is what I'm going to do. You can do it your way. I was thinking about incorporating the grill lights with my ram bar here, but I would always have to hit a switch to turn it on, and then that way that'll come on too. But I'm going to wire it to where when my daytime running lamps come on, it'll just stay lit. So yeah, since we got it, let me go ahead and set up and get started on removing this headlight. And you can use either side, just a positive and negative, and we're going to tap in and be right back. All right, so in order to remove this headlight, you're going to have to come over here. We're going to go from the passenger side because that's where the wire is coming from on the grill. So that way it'll be easier, and we'll have more room for our wire. We have extra wire in case we need to, but we'll zip tie everything off. But let's come over here where the wheel is. You have this access panel right here, this dude right here, and you might have a regular clamp like this to pull it out, but mine, I had to upgrade it, and this is what I have now. I have the Phillips, so let me remove this Phillips. All right, so if you have big tires like me, you're going to want to cock your tire out to the side after you remove that clamp. You can bend this out the way, and you have a plastic sleeve. That guy, and we point to it. Get my pointer ready. That guy. There you go. This plastic guy right here. I'm going to slide this up that way. See the up or down? Let me verify. That way you can get it out. All right, so that sleeve, you're going to have to push up on it from the inside. Then you'll have easier access to this dude right here. So you're going to have to remove this one here and this one here, and the headlight should pop out. That way it'll give me access to the wiring, and that way we can wire up the grill. We'll run the wires and wire up the grill. So let me set up. All right, so these are also 10 millimeters. That's one. Coarse thread. I'm not sure if this one is or not, but let's verify. Okay, so both of these are coarse threads. So real thick ones, so don't mix them up. Set this out the way, and I should be able to pop this headlight out. If not, I'll have to use a trim removal tool, but you have a ball that sits behind there, and sometimes it's pretty tough to come out. So let me get my trim removal tool and help assist it out. There we go. All right, so from here, we're going to do a modification. We're going to splice in over here, and I will show you which one, which will be positive and negative. I will test this and make sure first. And we're gonna just sit this back here for now. And let's unravel the grill's wiring harness, and that way we can set this up and get ready to start putting things back. But you don't want to finish up first. You want to get this incorporated with your wiring. Then after you do so, then put your grill back on after you get your headlight in. Okay, so be right back. All right, so I ran my wires, got the grill lit up. All right, gonna turn the headlights off in a moment. I'm gonna come over here because I had to use my voltage reader. Okay, so your clamp's facing this way. Okay, so your positive's gonna go on this white one, and your negative's gonna go right here in the middle of the black and green. But this one right here is not gonna work, so definitely come on this side of connector, connect that one, connect that one. Either way you do, driver's side or passenger side. We're on the passenger side, so just wanted to make sure everything is working correctly. See, the grill's illuminated, so it's looking good already. It's very nice and bright. So let me cut the headlights off and start putting everything back together. I'm going to use some electric tape and some heat shrink probably, and yeah, probably use some heat shrink, some electric tape, and some of the vinyl electric tape like they already had on some of these areas I had to cut back. But yep, we got it lit up, and let me start installing everything back. I'm gonna get this nice and tidy and put a zip tie on it, make it look beautiful. And same thing with all my extra wire, just in case you want to change your grill or do something different, you got extra wire. You could also cut it, but I'm just going to zip tie it up and tuck it back behind the grill. So yeah, let me start the process on finishing this up and putting the light back, and I'll show you how the grill looks when it's complete. All right, so we got everything nice and tight, or it's tidy here. Let's go ahead and connect our connector back. Make sure it snaps. I felt mine click, but just so you guys can hear it, might not. Lock a lock forward, and let's zip tie all this up. It's going to go back behind here, and we'll find a nice place for it. Pop my headlight back in. Remember, this ball right here connects here, and then your sleeve in the back, you got to pull it down from the back when you lock it in. Okay, so let's push it back up for now. So let me zip tie this and start process on putting it back. All right, so I got that zip tied and topped off, and you want to leave yourself some playroom. That way, in case you have to do a repair like a radiator or something, you don't have to cut your wire. You know what I mean? That way you can get your grill off and rest it somewhere like I'm doing. But yep, and then you can zip tie this somewhere up in there. So we got this together. So let's go ahead and start getting this light back in. You'll feel it go on the sleeve, and just pop it like that. All right, so now that we got that there, let's go ahead and get our screws back in. Corkscrew. Let's slide this over just a touch. And there we go, right there. All right, 1, 2, and they're both the same size, all right? Sorry if I'm blocking the camera. Come on this side, just get a few threads started. And same thing with this one. Just work it up a little bit. Let's get it to go. Alright, so now that we have those there, let's go ahead and zoom those back up. You see we still have our wire here. So I'm probably going to tuck it back behind here somewhere just to make sure it's secure. Maybe even zip tie it to one of these hoses or something like that. But you want to make sure it doesn't get pinched, okay? So let's go ahead and zoom those back in. It doesn't have to be super tight, but you want to make sure it's in there and it doesn't back up on you. That's good. All right, and that's good. So we got that there. You might have to tuck this in some more, but hopefully we don't. And let's find somewhere to zip it to. All right, so I got a lot of excess, so I'm probably gonna twisty tie this or zip tie this somewhere to go in here, and I'm probably gonna just tuck it like in one of these spots here so it's kind of accessible. So yep, let me tidy this up a little bit better. All right, so I got that nice and neat. I'm gonna come over here on the side so I can line my clamps up and everything so we can get the grill to go back in now. And let's position this dude. All right, so this is out the way and it's not gonna go anywhere. So these clamps down here. You're going to want to line those up with these holes right here. And just make sure you guys can see. Boom. So your snap clamp's going to go in here, and that bar is going to go right here. Okay. And we're going to push that in. Let's move this out the way. And make sure your middle piece here with the two nipples, that's right in the middle here. And just take your time. Make sure your wire is out the way. We got enough excess. And now we can get everything lined up, okay? And let's see if we get it down here. This one. And I'm doing the bottom end first, just so I can make sure we're set correctly. That way when I snap it, it'll pop in correctly. Almost there. There we go, you got one. Make sure your tabs are at the top. 2. Make sure it's in good. There we are. All right. So let me back up the camera so I can start putting in the rest of these. Sorry if I muffled a little bit. It is cold. My nose is cold. My hands are cold. But we got that so far. Know everything's working. So let's go ahead and get our course threads. Get a couple of those in so our grill doesn't move anymore. And the middle ones, they got a little bit of plastic left over in them. You can just take your screwdriver or something, just poke in like that. Get the little plastic extra piece out like that. And let's get these other 2 screws in. Well, 3. Come over here, get our clip set. All right. And I'm hand tightening all these first. That way I don't have any issues, okay? Let me move this up a little bit for you guys. And hand tighten as much as you can. And these don't have to be really tight. And sometimes this plastic on the back, it might be a little tough, but just kind of work it in. It didn't come all the way out. And we're just about there with the finish of the product. And the reason why I'm hand tightening because I don't want to cross thread. So just want to get a couple of screws, a couple of turns. And now we can zoom everything back. All right, Mr. Milwaukee. And I'm gonna work my way around, so I'm gonna do the 2 on the outside first. Just get them close. And you don't want to tighten it too much. So I'm gonna use my regular ratchet. Just yeah, you don't want to use one of these. You might tighten it too much. And you definitely don't want that because it will crack like my old grill. Alright, so we're going to tighten these on down. That's 1. That's 2 right here. Sorry about the noise in the background. And let's go here. Boom. And here we go. Alright. So this video is a little longer. Had to do some modifications, but as far as the regular grill installation. Alright, so after we got all those guys back, we can put our cover on. Let's move everything out our way since we're finished. All right, let's move this over here. Grab our radiator cover. Make sure everything is in a good spot like it was before. And then you should have your little tabs here where your pins go in. And these are blocked a little bit, so let's do the same thing and poke something through. That way these just sit and rest like they're supposed to. And let's get this set. Move it in place. Start on one side and just work your way around. Line these up. Here, boom, and we got one more right here. Might have have to adjust it a little bit. Let me try this one first. I have to adjust a little bit and wiggle a little bit just because it's a little newer grill. And let's pop this one in as well. I might have to get me some new clip pops. And this one isn't going just yet like I want it to. And let's line it up. Maybe because it's broken. So let me get this one out. It's broken. And let's get another one. Broke on us. That's what's causing the issue. So let me find another one and I shall return. All right, so we got everything back together and I need a new clamp over here. I'm missing some teeth on this one, so it's nothing to do with the grill. Just wanted to say that. The last step I have to do is lock my headlamp back in place, put the cover back on, and get my wheel back straight. But let's close the hood. We'll turn the lights off, and that way we can see the finished product. And look at that. That looks great. That looks great. All right, so I'm going to remote start this. Actually, I can't. I'm just going to start it because I left the keys on the inside. And there we go. There we have it. Thank you, AM Off-Road. I appreciate you sending me this grill to do this installation video, and everything came out nice and crispy. I really like the grill. About to turn this wheel back out so I don't forget to lock my headlamp in. But thank you for sponsoring this video, AM Off-Road. Until the next video, live life, love it. Always know rust the enemy on these things, which causes us to work so hard in different places and spaces and applications. So live life, love it. And until the next video, guys, I am out.